It's experience versus explosiveness in this featherweight bout with both men looking for the victory. A win and you're one step closer to a title shot. One of mixed martial arts' true pioneers, featherweight contender Javier Vazquez has waited a long time for the spotlight to shine his way. And now that he's arrived, he refuses to concede his spot to unbeaten young gun Chad Mendes, who looks to impose a changing of the guard tonight.
It's not about how long you've been fighting. It's whether or not you can get in there and get the job done. You know, and I believe that I have all the skills to do that.
I've been hit by good strikers. I've been taken down by good wrestlers. I've been there and done that. He hasn't seen a guy at my level. He hasn't seen a guy with my submission skills. He hasn't seen a guy that's going to move and pressure him like I am. He hasn't seen it. Not yet. And when he realizes what he's up against, he's going to crack.
A 12-year pro, Javier Vazquez's ground game is considered to be one of the most dangerous in mixed martial arts today. Winner of back-to-back bouts, the 34-year-old jiu-jitsu black belt believes that his skill and experience in the cage will lead him to victory over the undefeated Mendes.
I'm a more experienced fighter. I'm a more experienced martial artist. I'm better on my feet. I'm better on the ground, top or bottom.
A year ago, Chad Mendes was a talented prospect hoping for his shot at the big time. After wins over Eric Koch, Anthony Morrison, and Cub Swanson, he's now a legitimate title threat. Tonight, he takes another step forward as he faces seasoned veteran Javier Vazquez.
I'm really looking forward to getting there and punching Javier in the face. I'd like to keep it standing and try and punch a hole through his head.
Javi Vazquez making his way inside the Pearl Theater, bringing a record of 15-4. This will be his 20th professional fight. Born in Santiago, Cuba, now living in Rancho Cucamonga, California, Vazquez is a well-rounded fighter.
He is, and he keeps getting better and better. His last two fights, we've seen him so dominant. But I talked to Javier, and he said, you ain't seen nothing yet. He goes, the new Javier would beat up the guy you saw in his last outing here. He feels he's on a new level. He's at the best training camp ever for this fight, and he is ready. And keep in mind, he's 2-2 in the WEC, but he could easily be 4-0. Those were two close split decision losses that could have went either way.
Let's take a look at our fighter profile for Javi Vazquez. Jiu-jitsu black belt, good wrestling, a very experienced fighter. So you're not really going to be able to throw a lot at him that he's not prepared for or hasn't seen in training or in previous fights.
Yeah, he's so experienced. I think he started fighting in '98 or something. This guy's been around for a long time, and he says himself, there's no pressure on me for this fight. I'm just a stepping stone for the next big thing. So mentally, that's a good attitude to go in there with. He feels like he's got nothing to lose.
So Vazquez is inside the cage. We now await his opponent, Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes, born in Hanford, California, part of the Team Alpha Male that trains. We saw him earlier with Uriah Faber watching his teammate Joseph Benavidez get the victory. I remember talking to Uriah Faber a few years ago, and he said, be on the lookout for this Chad Mendes kid. He is going to be something special. Comes in with a perfect record of 8-0, but a lot of people say he may be too one-dimensional with the wrestling.
Well, he's got a little criticism for kind of holding guys down and eking out decisions based on control, but that's motivated him. Also what's motivated him is Javier Vazquez saying he's been spoon-fed opponents that match up well stylistically with him, and that gave him a lot of motivation for this fight too. He really wants to show us that he can fight with his hands, and he says he's going to box this fight and prove to the world that he's got hands to be fearful of.
As we take a look at our fighter profile for Chad Mendes, a very talented fighter, and you said it, he's a great wrestler. D1 All-American wrestler, undefeated and solid boxing. As you look at his opponents over the last year, it's Cub Swanson, he won a unanimous decision over. He submitted Anthony Morrison via guillotine choke. and he won a unanimous decision over Eric Koch. Now, I don't know if I'd go with spoon feeding because those are three pretty tough cats.
Yeah, they're tough guys, and what Javier meant was stylistically those guys match up well because his wrestling's on a much higher level than him. But, Mendes took that to heart. He said when he got tired in training, when he was hurting, he used that to motivate him. He just thought of those words.
Both fighters now inside the cage as we take a look at our tail of the tape for this featherweight bout. Chad Mendes, 25 years of age, 5'6", 145.5 pounds. His reach, 66 inches. The 34-year-old Javier Vazquez, 5'7", 146, and a 69-inch reach. We now set it inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official fighter introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our co-main event of the evening. 3 rounds scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His style is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Professional record, 15 victories and 4 defeats. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, he weighed in officially 146 pounds. Fighting out of Rancho Cucamonga, California, here is Javier Showtime Vazquez. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He's a wrestler who brings a perfect professional record into the cage. 8 victories in 8 tries, no defeats. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall with an official weight 145.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, here is the undefeated Chad Mendes. Referee in charge of the action, Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
So we are set to go in the featherweight division. Chad Mendes fighting out of Sacramento, taking on Javier Vazquez, fighting out of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
You ready to fight? Ready.
And Stephen, this will be interesting to see who will impose not only their will, but their style on the opponent.
Exactly. Is Mendes really going to sit here and throw down like he said he was, or is he going to resort to his wrestling, what he does best? But if he does, keep in mind, Javier is excellent off his back. Great submissions, great sweeps, just great at making you defend his game when he's on bottom. Hard to punch, hard to... Wow. Oh, good shot by Javi. Pulls guard.
And the way Chad Mendes came forward, it looked like Joseph Benavidez Part 2.
It did remind me of Benavidez a little, and they trained together, so he probably got that off of a trainer. And Mendes not letting him off the hook easily. He's kicking the legs, keeping some pressure on him. And there, Javier pops back to his feet. So Mendes was standing over him, not too eager to hop in that dangerous guard of Javier Vazquez, especially this early when he's dry. I'm really interested to see how these two match up striking-wise.
Chad Mendes goes to the ground game, trying to get some ground and pound now on Javier Vazquez, who goes to the closed guard.
Yeah, you throw an inside low kick on Mendes, and yeah, it's just more of a reaction than anything. I'm sure he didn't think about taking him down. He just couldn't help it. He saw that leg, and boom. A low kick to him is a single leg. He's just going to take that and rip you down. Javier going rubber guard.
Look at this, rubber guard of Javier Vazquez at 34 years of age, showing he still has the flexibility needed to go up against Chad Mendes.
Yeah, controlling the posture. He's looking to set something up from here, looking to pass that other arm, but Mendes is a little too smart for that right now. Passes that other arm, he's got triangle, but he could do this all day, just pop him with those little elbows. Yep. Try to get a little cut going on top of the head of Mendes.
Wow, look at the strength.
Powering up and slamming him down.
And that's one thing when you go into that rubber guard, you leave yourself vulnerable. When you can get as strong as Mendes, pick you up like nothing.
But that takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it make him do that time after time, and it's going to wear Mendes down. It's not really going to hurt Javier too much. just see how active Javier is from his back. He really makes Mendes defend his game. It's hard for anyone to get offense going when Javier Vazquez is on his back. He's just so slick on the ground. He's always got you thinking, always got you trying to defend what he's doing. There's that rubber guard again, goes for a triangle. A couple good strikes by Mendes from the top. As great as Javier is off his back, he's going to lose the fight here. Even if he does everything right and shoots a bunch of submission attempts, it goes to decision, he's going to lose the fight. So if he can't get anything going after a minute or two, he's really got to get back up. But now he's really got both legs locked high up around the shoulders. Up, Mendes cleared it. They landed a couple good elbows there.
But this is Chad Mendes' world right here. We've seen him in several fights. He can grind you out for 3 rounds of this.
Yeah, he has no problem doing this, but yeah, I mean, it's also Javier's world fighting off his back. You know, that's what they do in jiu-jitsu. But that's the problem in MMA, you know, even if you're fighting well off your back, you're losing the fight. See Javier attacking that omoplata now. Got that foot over the shoulder and lands some good elbows. Oh,
almost slipped in there. Looked like he was going for an armbar.
Yeah, it was close there with the armbar. Mendes just so strong, just always able to power out. God, does Javier have an after guard? He's always got something going. He's always got some offense going that you have to defend, that you have to respond to.
Well, he's got that right foot, that heel dug into the hip, trying to control Chad Mendes, and then he's got that rubber guard going, bringing him from posturing up.
Just a minute left here in the first round. Javier spent most of it on bottom. Now he's trying to get up.
Well, in the early going, Chad Mendes looked like he had adopted a Joseph Benavidez fight tactic, just bull rushing forward and throwing bombs.
Yeah, he came out aggressive, letting his hands go like he said he would. Then, of course, he sees the low kick, and he just can't help get that takedown. Even if his plan was to box, it's more of a reaction than anything. But he is winning the fight here on top.
Final 30 seconds here of round number 1. This one's scheduled for 3. A very partisan Mendes crowd, as many folks made the short journey over from Sacramento.
Good elbows there for Mendes, but Javier moving his head while slipping him.
Final 10 seconds between Chad Mendes and Javi Vazquez. When we return to Las Vegas, we'll have round number 2. Featherweight action, Javier Vazquez going head-to-head with Chad Mendes as we get set for round number 2.
Oh, wow. Flying knee.
Here we go. Chad Mendes bringing it forward, and Javi slows him down with the closed guard. Now he goes to the rubber guard.
Yeah, Javi ended up just pulling guard there. Got hit with a knee and a right hand. Didn't like it. Hops back guard. See what's good about this? If you get hurt, you can hop here, control the posture, and recover. I mean, his defense is so good on the ground. It's hard to hurt the guy. So how would you score that first round, Todd?
You know what? That's a tough one. I think I'd probably give the edge to Chad Mendes, just on what you said he did in the last, minute and a half.
Well, it's tough to score because Javier's doing everything right. He's really not taking damage, and he's attacking Mendes. He's making Mendes defend his game. But Mendes gets the takedown. He's on top, lands a couple ground and pound, and 90% of the time judges give that round the guy on top. But to Javier's credit, he is doing things right on the bottom.
Javi Vazquez is just locking up Chad Mendes, and he comes out with that explosive over-the-top elbow.
Yeah, keeps going for that rubber guard, controlling the posture, looking to land those elbows like you saw right there.
It was interesting during that last break that Javi Vazquez's corner said, let him keep trying to pick you up, just like you said. Let him keep trying to pick you up. It's going to wear him out.
Yeah, but his conditioning is so great. I mean, who knows if this guy could get tired? These guys alpha male train all day. There he starts landing some good punches. Javier boxing the ears. what's that good is just getting the guy to move. You know, if the guy isn't moving, just box his ears, and he's going to try to move his head, maybe slip into a mistake, into a submission.
Javier doing a great job of controlling the hips of Chad Mendes as we come up on 2:40 to go here in round number 2. This one's scheduled for 3 rounds here in the featherweight division.
Mendes so heavy on top. It's just hard to get any space, hard to get away from this guy. And he keeps his chest low, and that's why Javier keeps going up to this rubber guard. If Mendes would posture up and start trying to get some velocity going on those punches, it'd probably give Javier the space to stand up, like right here.
Oh, big up kick coming from Javi Vazquez. Tell you what, Chad Mendes got to be careful with that lead knee because Javi just takes some shots at that.
Yeah, he's hyperextending that.
Yeah, you're right. Favor how good it feels to get hit in that knee countless times.
I call this the little brother defense when you're on your back just kicking upward. Oh!
Look at this!
Wow, it may have been a mistake. He actually went to flip over the guard. Incredible move, but now he's got Javier on his back. Oh, beautiful somersault, but Javier sticks to him like glue. Wow. Mendes ends up on top. What action.
Great technical work by both men here with 1:30 to go in round 2.
Now, Mendes just staying heavy on top.
You know, people you said have been critical of him. He brings a record of 8-0. I'm talking, of course, about Chad Mendes, and they say he uses that lay and pray ground attack where he just is so big and heavy, he'll just lay on you and wear you down, but he's 8-0.
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning. You know, you can't criticize a guy if he's winning, but people do. And, you know, like the fight with Coke, he got hit with some big shots. He was cut, he was hurt, but yeah, it's just such a great mechanism to be able to always go to your wrestling, just take the guy down, recover, do a little ground and pound, and get the decision.
I always said wrestlers are such dangerous fighters because if you don't take them out with a punch and they get you on the ground, you're in their world now and they will make your life miserable.
Yeah, and right now he isn't taking those chances. He's keeping his weight heavy, keeping his head close to Javier, not giving Javier any escape to create an opening like he did before.
And Herb Dean's going to stand him up.
That's the right thing to do. Mendes wasn't really he wasn't trying to pass or
wasn't advancing his position basically.
Exactly. But only with 20 seconds left, not a lot of time for Javier to get something going.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. It looks like we are set to go for a 3rd and final round when we return to the Palms Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. World Extreme Cage Fighting. Great back and forth action from both fighters here in round number 2. Check this flip out.
Javier in his back, little monkey flip from Mendes, and Javier sticks to him like glue, almost gets it back and almost slaps his triangle on it. And Mendes got his arm out just in the nick of time.
3rd and final round between these 2 great fighters.
Mendes coming out strong, attacking the body well, going over the top with the right hand. He's looking to let his hands go this round.
All right, you posed the question to me after round number 1. I'll do the same to you. How do you have this fight so far?
Man. Well, round 1, I could see giving to Javi. He was just really doing everything right. Round 2, though, it looked like Mendes really was opened up with his ground and pound, doing a little more damage, and also standing on his feet, he lands some good punches. So, yeah, close fight, little edge to Mendes here. And now another big takedown, and it's going to be hard for Javier to get back up with a guy like Mendes on top.
I got to think, unless they're awarding double points for boxing of the years, Javi Vazquez may need something special here in the 3rd round.
Yeah, he can't spend this 3rd round on his back.
But Javi, give him credit, when he is on his back, he is working. I mean, he's not just laying there and locking up.
No, you see those little hammer fists he lands a nice up kick there. Back to the little brother defense.
Little brother defense, that's great stuff. Chad Mendes just says, come on up.
Good job by Javi getting back to his feet. And Javi on his feet seems a little tentative. He just keeps getting taken down. So it's kind of like you're cautious. You don't want to come forward and be too aggressive.
But how do you defend a guy that's that good at wrestling? You know, you start with the kicks. Do you start with the uppercut?
No, the kicks get you taken down. You got to stick to your hands. Oh, that one landed good. Looked like it hurt Javier. Backs him up. Finishes with a big double leg.
And another takedown for Chad Mendes after that high head kick completely lands to the side of the head of Javi Vazquez as we go under 3 minutes here in the third and final round.
Great combo, landing a high kick, finished with some hands, and of course down to the double leg. An easy takedown there from Chad Mendes. See, that's already a big improvement from what we've seen before in Chad Mendes. You know, he used to just be going for takedowns. Now he's throwing high kicks, punches, then finishing with the takedown. And, you know, that's what's going to make him a complete fighter.
You got to remember, Chad Mendes is only 25 years of age. This is only his 9th professional fight.
Yes, he's still a baby in this sport.
You heard Dean telling him, you got to work, fellas. He'll stand you up.
And, you know, big implications in this fight.
Oh, sure.
Winner here could very well be on his way to a title shot.
So Herb Dean says, I've seen enough on the ground work. Let's stand him up. And he does so with 2 minutes remaining in the fight.
Yeah, Javier's really got to get some going. But Mendes lands a big right hand there. Surprise, Mendes is actually kind of outstriking Javier.
Yeah.
I expected Javier to have a little stand-up there. Looks like Javier just got hit in the eye. He looks to be bothered.
And I think this is where the fight has turned.
You see
after
him
that
grimacing.
Head kick. Yeah, he is definitely grimacing. Just trying to hang on now for the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, cut him under the right eye. That's probably why he was grimacing. You see him get hit in the eye. He was squinting really bad, grimacing on the ground. Now we see the blood trickling down.
Well, this isn't just a lay and pray attack. For those of you who are critical of Chad Mendes, he is certainly working when he gets on the ground.
Especially this third round. He really opened up with his strike, and he showed us what people from his gym has been saying. Oh, this kid's a good strike. We just haven't seen it tonight. We are. Mendes sees that blood, gives him a little confidence, a little more motivation to rain down some damage and finish this fight strong. Javier's still working, just fishing for the triangle there. Almost was able to pass on.
But a situation like this, when you have a wrestler as good as Chad Mendes, near impossible to hit or get caught in something?
No, it's always possible to catch a guy in some, but yeah, Mendes is really good at defending him. You know, wrestlers get caught.
Well, this is a dangerous place to be right now.
Yeah, Mendes looking to finish strong with some ground and pound.
As we approach the final 20 seconds, Javi Vazquez, though, this last 2 minutes has been difficult for him as Chad Mendes has really shown his cardio because he has not slowed down.
No, he hasn't. Showed his cardio and showed his improved striking, especially in this third round. It really looked crisp. It kind of looked like he loosened up and got better with his striking as this fight went on.
And that is it. The fight is over. We will be back with the official decision plus more fighting from Las Vegas when we return. Back in Las Vegas at the conclusion of 3 rounds of featherweight action between Javier Vazquez and Chad Money Mendes. As we go inside the cage, Joe Martinez has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards, and all 3 judges have it the same, 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Chad Money Mendes.
Congratulations to Chad Mendes as he runs his record to 9-0.